Well, I'm in my 20s and I recently moved out of my parents' house. That experience taught me a lot about responsibility and how to be, how to do, what to do, how to manage myself, a house. But the thing is, I never really had many things outside from my personal possessions as much as friendships we're talking about. I didn't have any friends long term. I moved in very necessary parts of my life. So in the middle of mid school, I moved. So all those friends are gone. Then I moved again. Then all those friends are gone. Then I switched schools. Then all those friends are left behind. On this second school that I moved in, that I finished, I don't know, eighth and ninth grade in Brazil. It was necessary for me because that was the foundation of my personality that I have today. Of course, I used to have some foundations, but definitely when I finished mid school was who I wanted to be in life. That was me. And I joined high school. All those friends that I had, I didn't have the chance to be friends with them for a long time because I got an invitation to join a federal school. So I was doing a federal school where it was way further. I had more connections, more people, more classes, and I had many friends. Not a lot of friends, but I was part of some groups. I made friends, I made enemies, I talked to people, people knew me. I wasn't like popular or something that's not it, you know. But I had my group of weirdos that I hang out with, but I never felt that I was part of them, like genuinely. I was just there with them. But if I wasn't there, it's fine. If I was there, it's fine. But there was people where they felt, oh my God, this person is missing. Where is this person? Where is that person? And I was never that person. I was never the person people look out to. I was always considered to be lazy. I was considered to be the weird guy among the weirdest. When you see a person wearing a skirt, a top with their hair tanned, or like frosted tips, something hippie, or even like pink, blue hair, they're wearing like a coconut ring and had some weird ass haircut, like they call you weird. That means you fucked up somewhere. And I was that person. I was a person being called weird and different and all those things. I knew they had some nerds that really vibed with me because I knew them, and people who were like talking about TF2, talking about Dota, knowing all the characters and their roles, like outside from League of Legends or something. But I knew that people in there didn't vibe with me, and quit it. I quit it. I quit high school. I decided to get a job, and I started working in a supermarket. There, I met some people, mostly adults, 20s, 30s. They all vibed. I talked to all of them, no exceptions. Some I was more into than others. I had my preferences, but definitely after I quit it, there wasn't that many friends left. But the thing is, that was a big school for me. My first job was something else because that place was the person that I learned about the responsibilities of time, how to get, things done, and how to interact, how to be sociable. I had my first group of people. I knew about all the gossips because people just told me, because apparently I was a great listener. I didn't agree with that, but now I understand that I have a clear ability to hear, I guess. But that place definitely taught me a lot about friendships and people and groups of people, and learned a lot about how people are dirty and how people like to mess up with each other. And after I quit it, there wasn't many friends left, almost none. Some people still talk to me when I used to go there. People still remember me, but most of the staff changed in very few short time after I quit it. A lot of people changed, and the people who remained, they still remember me, and that's really cool. But nothing outside from that memory. Um, After that, I got into my second job, all because I learned how to speak English at an early stage of my life. That place also taught me a lot about humans as well. Learned Taught me that humans are kind, humans are nice, humans can be friends with each other, and humans still, even though they're nice, they still don't understand me. I always felt misunderstood in my life, and that's the reason I didn't had many friends. I just felt misunderstood. I just felt like I couldn't count with people. I just felt like I couldn't count with the friends that I had. I didn't felt like I could count with my parents, and I felt so lonely, and I grew lonely, and I grew to be a lonely person, and I grew to be a person who rejects real love, and feel a little bit, not necessarily disgust, but it was something that I was repulsed a lot, when people were genuinely loving towards me. Even though it felt good because I'm a human and I still feel emotions, didn't it wasn't me, you know. When I say it wasn't me, I mean it wasn't me to reciprocate those feelings towards them. And when I had my first relationship, it was something that I didn't understand. And for those reasons that I didn't vibe, I didn't understand, and I knew she wouldn't understand me, I pre ended the relationship. I just left pretty much all the strings pulled, and she just pulled the last one, and that was it. My second relationship was from a girl from that era, the good era, back when I was in ninth grade in middle school. She was someone interesting. She was someone who I had many, many, many hours of talk. Someone who I insisted in establishing a relationship. I seeked every single day for a relationship. I wanted to have a relationship, but back then I didn't knew what a relationship was. I just knew that I wanted to have that with her, and she was someone who is assertive. She knew what she wanted to, and she knew she wanted to have a relationship. She knew she wanted to have children, but she didn't know the whole girlfriend and boyfriend or husband and wife thing. She just knew she wanted to have children with someone good, with good attributes. And for her, that person ended up being me. So 6 years later, we're dating. We dated a whole year. It was great. A lot of ups, but so many downs. Because pretty much opposite. We vibed because we had the same upbringings. We were opposites, and things, if nobody takes control of the wheel, things just got complicated and hurtful towards each other, and it was not something nice to be something healthy. We still had a great relationship. We still talk to each other. We still love each other. We still have a lot of respect for each other. But because of the understanding thing, we grew apart and we decided to end the relationship after a year. And in life, you're gonna see that a lot. You're gonna be misunderstood. You're gonna see yourself in a situation where you look to your left, to your right, and say, "Oh, maybe I have, maybe I have a drink with myself because that's the only person who is there for me, myself. I don't have any friends. I don't have any relationships. All the people that I tried to set up connections disappeared, and you feel a little bit lost. You start to doubt yourself. You have a job, a career that you don't know what it's going to be, but you have it. You just don't know yet. So you're doing your thing, working the things that are supposed to work, and then you're switched to a different position. All those friends that you made are gone. Now you're on your own, living by your own. The only person who's there for you, is your own. That's a pretty sad life. And I ended up falling to the same hole that I see a lot of people falling, which is carelessness. Stop caring. Caring for yourself, stop caring about others, stop caring about your family, and you don't cultivate any relationships because you didn't have them in the first place, and all the ones that you had, you don't want to put the work to make something of them because those friends that you had changed. Those friends that you had are now adults. Those people that you vibed with are now responsible and they have to care about their money, their time. And you say, yo, want to hang out like you used to? They say, oh man, today's my day off. I have to do this, this, and that. Or man, I'm saving money. Or man, I just cannot go. And just like, okay, okay then. The person that you try to have a relationship with, you just don't feel compelled to try anything else, even though you could, but it would be against whatever you believe, whatever you are, whatever you stand for, and it would be, you know, using drugs. You use it, it's bad for you, it makes you feel good, but it's gonna have a long lasting, sickening effect. I know I said a lot of things, but they probably don't mean anything. But what I'm trying to convey here is that I'm leading by my own. I changed positions into my job, so all of my friends are gone. I texted a lot of people, and nobody wanted to hang out. I had a lot of things to do, but I don't have the energy to put it. And I'm going to end up spending all the rest of the year just working, coming home, being on YouTube, so many games to play, and I don't feel the energy to do finish any of them. Um, so yeah, I find myself to be in that position of life where your life is pretty much miserable. I know eventually, probably some months later, things will turn around. But right now, 14th of December, 2025, my life kind of sucks. It's a comfortably numb experience. It's comfortably, but it's still numb. Sad. so sad that I'm actually recording something because that's the only interesting thing I can think about doing right now. So yeah, I don't know what I said. I don't know what this means, but it's just a snippet of a life that I thought you might want to know. You're not alone, and things will change for the better. But right now, it's still gonna suck though, and you need to chill, lay down, listen to some Outer Wilds original soundtrack, and chill. You know, drink some tea. I don't know, go to church, go to the beach. Don't have those things. I don't know. I don't know. That's it.